Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 2 of Stellaris Devouring Swarm. So let's get going. I did have a request from a bunch of people asking me to more clearly explain what I am doing. If you are confused about what I'm doing, your best resource is probably going to be the Megacorp series I did a little while back, as I explained that one a lot more thoroughly. This one I am aggressively expanding. I will do my best to try to explain what I'm doing, but I'm probably not going to hit everything on the head. So if you are new to Stellaris, I would highly advise you to check out the Megacorp series that is recorded and wrapped.
Our special project is complete.
Alright. Drone campaign is done. Let's reenact that so that we spawn people quicker. So what I'm doing right now is trying to find First League artifacts. And that will, once I get all of the First League artifacts, I have 3 out of 6 now, we will be able to find the First League planet, which is a big boon to our empire. So that is what's going on there. I built a spaceport here between me and my nearest neighbor, because almost certainly we are going to come to head and fight. Actually, I plan on it, so yes, that is what's going on there. I am expanding my territory to Fedima. Fedima just finalized, and I just instated a governor there, which decreases the cost of buildings and increases the planet build speed. That will be a really nice planet because it's very large. It's size 23. My home planet is size 18, so it's larger than my home planet, which allows me to build additional districts there. And I feel like I shouldn't have tampered with the volume settings too much because they're blowing out my eardrums. Alright, let's get Afterburners research. I really like them. It allows you to move your fleets to move faster and more evasively. We are waiting on one more Corvette. So roll one more Corvette off the line. What is this? Radiating asteroid? That sounds fun, actually. Let's go and research that now. We just grabbed this world, so we'll tap it for resources. My fleet is all set. I'm gonna pause for a moment and jump into my ship designer and make sure that I have I don't have the best ships that I could. As I research additional ship tech, our old ship designs will become outdated pretty quickly. We're gonna need a housing district here. We have enough jobs here, but we have enough money to start to clear some of the blockers. Who's a roamer? You're a roamer?
Our construction is
cool.
complete.
That increases our survey speed. I'm going to turn on automatic exploration so that I don't have to control it. And I'm going to send my fleet down to Gargantua, so that I muscle out, or I'm rather on the precipice of being able to invade my neighbors. Now, if I really want to invade my neighbors, I'm also going to need an army. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So let's go and start to recruit some military. I'm just going to recruit them all at Swarming Maw. I don't really care that I'll have to travel further. Obviously, Fedima is a lot closer, but what's done is done.
Our construction is complete.
Alright, Gargantua is all constructed.
Technology conceived.
Food processing facilities, that's nice. Let's go and get ground defense planning. That might come in handy if I get counter-invaded. Ooh, I found some dark matter on Sol. That's very cool. Dark matter is a rare resource that comes in handy later on. So that's exciting. None of these systems here are worth me capturing or claiming, so I'm just not going to worry about that. I am going to turn on farming subsidies, so I just use influence to increase my food.
Our situation log is updated.
My construction ship is done. I'm encountering more aliens. Looking at my sprawl here, my Empire sprawl, I've expanded beyond my administrative capacity, which means that I have a technology cost of 3%, a tradition cost of 5%.
Our construction is complete.
But that's all fine. I actually don't really care.
Project is complete.
Okay, Uner here is going to need some more jobs, so I'm going to build some more generator districts. And then
We have surveyed the system.
maybe a synaptic node. No, maybe spawning pools. Having spawning pools, one on every planet, is kind of nice, so that my population goes up even more. I'm queuing up some buildings at my home. Alright, I'm not going to worry about upgrading my fleet anymore. This is a starter fleet. They're kind of a throwaway fleet. Some artist colony just contacted me from Afris, and that gives me even more influence. I'm actually coming up on a point where I don't need the influence I have. I have influence to spare. It's a good position to be in, to be honest.
We have surveyed the system.
I am going to clear out the the blockers of my home city. So I'm selling food for energy, and then going here and clearing the blockers so that I can expand my home city even more. Just got informed that...
Our situation log is updated.
Let's go ahead and research that. I just got informed that all of my armies have been recruited. I don't know if the armies are going to come in handy, but we'll see. And this is the second to last research project we're going to have. This one being the last to be able to find the fabled first league base. Let's go ahead and recruit a few more. What do we have? 9, 1, 2, 3. So 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. That should be enough. I got synchronicity to get leader lifespan so that our skilled scientists wouldn't die young. So we'll continue on that.
Our special project is complete.
So now if we look at my situation log, we have one more precursor activity, and then we'll have the first league's location, which will be cool. And then we can do hacking the calculator after
Our
that.
situation log is updated. Technology conceived.
Alright, we got improved deflectors. Let's get, as much as I like everything else, I'm going to do energy credits from technicians because our energy production is dismally bad. In fact, our food is pretty bad too. Fadima here can become our food agricultural district. And then, of course, I can turn some enemies into food too.
Conceived.
Speaking of food, I'm going to do command limit.
Found an anomaly.
Yeah, our economy is a little tanking, and that's because I've been
Technology
gearing up for war. I have a lot of ships to support, but I don't yet have
Technology
free blue
conceived.
lasers. Sure.
Our construction is complete.
Finding a lot of anomalies. Alright, at Gargantua, I'm going to switch one of these anchorage stations over to a shipyard so that we can upgrade our ships here and not have to go all the way home.
We have surveyed the system. We have surveyed the system.
I'm turning automatic exploration on. Alright, we are out of energy credits. That is something I really do need to focus on. So on this home tile here, what I'm going to do... Oh, nice. Our governor just became an environmental engineer. That helps out a little. Is I'm going to demolish these mining districts and push the people that were mining into generator jobs instead. And that helps balance out our deficit. So we got the bunker bot here. I'm going to have the bunker bot help me with engineering research for 2 years.
We have found an anomaly.
I'm going to turn Map the Stars back on. Finding all these anomalies is fun.
Construction is complete.
I'm going to have my army rendezvous with my navy. Don't even have enough energy credits to recruit a general. That is how poor I am. It's not good.
We have found an anomaly.
I'm gonna have to correct that deficit. But I am aiming to get it corrected now. I am, of course, employing more technicians to generate power.
Our construction is complete.
And as you can see, our deficit is decreasing. Oh, and I just found an abandoned cargo pod that had a lot of energy in it, which is great. I'm going to pause for 1 moment and check out some leaders. Nope. Nope. All right, let's hire a general. Now, once this technology, the fleet command limit increases, we'll have the capacity to have 30 ships in one fleet, which will be very nice.
Technology conceived.
So that's what I'm kind of waiting on here. Destroyers would be great. So let's get that for next research. Now, in the meantime, I've researched a bunch of weapons. I don't think I'll have enough power. Yeah, I don't have enough power for afterburners. So I can do a reactor booster, but probably nothing. Alright, and I do have enough to upgrade this fleet, so let's go do
We
that.
have surveyed the system.
Ooh, a smuggler asteroid.
Situation log is updated.
And this is the last of the precursor research I'm going to need to do. So I'm going to get energy grid building. That will really help with my energy credit deficit, but as you can see, it's already turned around,
Our construction is complete.
which is good. I was very energy starved for a while there. Let's see. Leader upkeep reduced, which would be nice. Maintenance depots have more jobs. Pop amenities. Let's do leader. No, let's do maintenance. So what that is, each colony has amenities that keeps your pops happy and productive. And the amenities on most of my worlds are probably pretty bad. So I haven't really been focusing on that. Oh, so here is more... Oh, there are also fanatical purifiers. That's funny. So they want to kill off everyone, whereas I want to eat everyone. Despite having identical goals, basically. We're most definitely enemies.
Our special project is complete.
Alright, so now I have located the first League homeworld. Which is here. Right next to my capital, which is great. Basically puts the First League's homeworld in my pocket. It's really rare to be able to be offered all of the homeworld info so soon and so early. And that will give me a huge advantage in order to dominate my enemies.
Technology conceived.
So I believe that's the fleet command limit tech. Great. Let's research some tile blockers. And then additionally, now that we can support a larger fleet, let's go and build a larger fleet. So I will buy as much alloys as I can afford. And that only allows me to build 2 more ships. What I could do is hook up an alloy forge somewhere. But honestly, on this planet, I'd rather have the energy grid that I am currently researching. So I'm getting pretty ready to pull the trigger on these enemies here. Their fleet strength says they're equivalent to me, but I think I can outsmart them. So let's go and do that. Declare war. We're gonna go a hunger war. We're just gonna absorb them, and I'm gonna immediately send my fleet stance to hostile and bombardment to indiscriminate. And we are going to attack their starport here. But while we do that, we have a new tradition. I'm going to reduce the pop amenities usage for my population. Oh, and then yet another one, reduce the leader expense. We got a lot of unity because we discovered Fen over here. And then, of course, the world here is incredible. It is a 25 size, super high-tech world, and we're going to want to colonize that as soon as we can, which means getting some more alloys and food, and we'll work towards that. But that is the strongest precursor benefit that you can find. Alright, so they sent their fleet over. Their fleet's pretty small, but my fleet's been fighting this starport, so they're pretty damaged. I think I should be able to win this. Alright, their starport is neutralized. And they sent over a new fleet. So I'm going to retreat. Some of my ships will get destroyed in retreating, but
our construction is complete.
But their fleet's not... Oh, I also need to retreat with my army. Their fleet's not big enough to take over my starport, I don't think. And we discovered yet another ally, or ally, another neighbor. Alright, so as I sort of assumed, they attacked immediately, but they're going to get melted because I have a starport supporting my fleet here.
We have surveyed the system.
So not only did I capture their starport, I destroyed pretty much their entire fleet.
We have found an anomaly.
So let's resupply my fleet. Which is unfortunate because that means that we're going to have to to delay the colonization a bit. But because I'm in the middle of a war, the war takes priority. So I'm just rebuilding some ships to make that fleet better. One of my science ships was... Oh, so the science ship that was researching here, or surveying there, got sort of kicked out. That's fine. Now we're gonna research the Infinity machine with our best scientist. Oh, this planet has a bunch of dead robots. That's funny. Okay, my army retreated to Fedima. Let's have them follow the Navy again.
Technology conceived.
Hive Nexus would be very good. That allows us to have improved capitals. So we'll focus on that. And as you can see, I'm slowly moving my starbase out towards Sol so that we can eat them.
Our construction is complete.
Alright, so that is all that I can afford to resupply the ships with. And we're just going to have to go back and destroy their starport again. They reclaimed it. But I don't think they're going to have a fleet to fight me on it.
We have surveyed the system.
Unfortunately for me, they have a lot of starports everywhere, so it's going to be a little challenging to punch a hole into their territory, but it doesn't stop me from trying. Because the more I do, the...
Our construction is
Yeah, see, now we have claimed their...
hostile swarm.
We claim their system,
Hostile swarm engaged.
and I'm going to stand my ground even though my fleet's a little damaged. And just keep conquering their fleets over and over and over. Alright, what I'll do is sell off some food and minerals to be able to afford our colony ship. And let's roll that off the line. Alright, so we've claimed some of their territory already, and I'm just gonna, obviously, full court press, keep claiming as much as I can. There, you scientist, get moving. Alright, now that their starport is claimed by us, they've really lost that territory, which is great. And we're 2 hops away from capturing their capital. I'm going to take a little side jaunt and grab some of their systems that have resources. Oh, they sent a teeny fleet to come mess with me. That fleet's gonna honestly destroy themselves
Construction is complete.
on my starport. Dumb, in other words. Now, I don't have the fleet strength to take on another starport, so I'm gonna have to reinforce. But soon I'll have destroyer tech, so I'll have bigger ships if I want it. Here's our colony ship. Let's go and... Oh, we have to... Yes, I'll have to claim that system before I can colonize it.
Our construction is complete.
Let's pretend I didn't forget about that. So we have some unemployed people on this system. We'll build... man, this planet is small. There's a lot of tile blockers that are messing with this planet. So eventually this planet could be somewhat of an agricultural system. So we'll set that up. This construction ship needs to go back to Fen so that we can colonize. I'm gonna enact
Assimilated knowledge.
capacity overload and also energy initiative. Let's see. Selling off all of our food and minerals to try to buy alloys to supply our fleet.
We have surveyed the system.
Oh, you know what? I have the wrong scientist researching that. Go survey. I want this scientist doing it. Alright, we're starting to have some overpopulation crowding.
Technology conceived.
Finally got destroyers. Let's get iron thrusters, which helps our fleets move about a little faster.
Our construction is complete.
And they're sending a fleet to try to reclaim Ukalian or like some unpronounceable nonsense. No, they're not. They're actually going to Canopus. Okay. Well, you're going to die at Canopus. Alright, I'm modifying this fleet to only have 17 corvettes, and we'll start rolling the destroyers off the line. I'm going to have my destroyers be long-range bombardment ships. So we'll have fewer guns, but larger guns, so that they can destroy things from a distance. And there we go, just designed one. I, of course, don't have the alloys to build it yet. Working on that. And enough tradition for Bulwark of Harmony, which unlocks another Ascension perk, and I'm probably going to get one Vision, which allows for more unity, less amenities, and the governing ethics attraction doesn't really matter for Hive Mind. So here they're recapturing Canopus. They think they're clever. It's not going to work. I'm going to cap it right back. For I have a bigger fleet than they do. And a stronger economy. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter if you have a giant fleet. If you don't have an economy to back up your giant fleet, you just will constantly... Yeah, war in this game is sort of a battle of economies. Honestly, and if you don't have a rather large economy to back up your armies, what will end up happening, and navies, what will end up happening is it will come down to how fast can you resupply, and ooh, they went that way. Right now, this fleet is trapped here. They can't be reinforced, which is kind of funny. They did that to themselves, and I'm totally okay trapping them. Because the only way for them to get back to their main system is through here. And I don't really plan on allowing that. Alright. How are we doing on time? Okay, we're coming to the end here. Towards it. So they're happy about recapturing systems that they lost. I, for one, don't really care. Let's re-up farming subsidies. Most of the influence normally would be used to claim enemy systems, but because we're a devouring swarm, we don't use our influence that way. Ooh, you are dumb. They're pushing against my starport, so that's perfect. I can now attack them.
We have found an anomaly.
Alright, so Fen is now claimed by me, which allows my colony ship to claim Fen Habanis, and I'll call this Fen Habanis Prime. And that will be a huge boon. A huge... I can't even explain how big of a boon that is to my economy. Alright, so we did bounce back our energy production, as you can see, which is going to allow us to make some nice destroyers. So we'll have destroyers come off the line. And we are finding some sort of ruined civilization out this way, where they clearly either got nuked or nuked themselves.
We sense hostile swarm. Our special project is complete.
All right, so we finished.
Technology conceived.
We finished Gargantua's infinite calculator for 5% additional research speed, which is great. And then this scientist here is going to research some of the debris left over from battle. Let's enable terraforming. And then our swarm capital is going to be able to improve here. So I'm going to sell off some food and buy some energy, or buy some minerals. The more trade you do, the more inefficient it becomes, but I really want this capital, this hive nexus. And we just got our first destroyer off the line, so we'll have it rendezvous with the rest of the fleet. And we're going to start claiming our way to the core of our neighbor.
We have surveyed the system. Our construction is complete.
So I'm merging the new ships with the old fleet.
We have assimilated knowledge. Technology conceived.
Our construction ship is still mining, setting up mining outposts for all the stuff up there. I think energy from technicians would be great. Let's just bathe in energy. We were energy very low on energy before, and then we'll have all of our extra scientists do some research here. There's a lot of tomb worlds here. My goodness. Someone got destroyed.
A war breaks out.
Well, guys, that's about all the time I have for this episode. I hope I've been explaining what I'm doing the best I can, but like I said, if you really have no idea what's going on, the Megacorp series might be better for you because I really take my time to explain. Here, I'm a swarm. I'm just trying to absorb fast. If you have any questions about anything I've done, drop me a line in comments. I'll be happy to respond, and I do hope that you tune in next time. Thank you all for watching, and adios.